I got to ask because this is like the main event question. And the title of the episode, Bat Speed and Bat Quickness. Okay. Which one is more important? Let's finally put that to rest.
Why you got to give me such a hard question?
Question.
I don't know. That's a chicken or the egg. So my old man used to say, if you got bat quickness, you'll have bat speed.
Okay.
But I think if you have bat speed, you probably have some bat quickness. Because if you get long to try to create more bat speed, you're going to get slow. Okay? And if you get long trying to create more bat speed, then you won't have more bat speed because your sequencing is off with your body. So what is more important? I guess if I had somebody with really good bat quickness, but they didn't create any bat speed, the ball's probably not going to go anywhere. But if I have somebody that's really athletic and strong and can create bat speed, but they're 0.2 of a second behind the average in bat quickness, that dude's super athletic. And if I could get that player to be shorter to the ball, look at world. So I would have to take bat speed. I wish I could see Mike Piazza, his data numbers, because Mike Piazza is the guy that had so much bat speed, but it looked like the longest swing ever, the way he would, the way his arms worked. And I would love to see what his, blast numbers were back in the day, if we could do that.
Notice how you said that question was hard, but you answered it so seamlessly.
But did I give you an answer? Yeah, I did. I gave you an answer. Yeah, good question, though. Really good question.
Maybe I'm off. Please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's more arbitrary. Maybe it's more of what the coach is thinking, and something that some people say bat quickness, others will say what you said, bat speed slightly more.
Yeah, I think more people would say bat speed. I really do. I think people are so consumed with bat speed. You swing the bat really, 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 really hard, then the ball should go really, really, really far. But then you go back to bat quickness tells me if their mechanics are good. So you can have I've seen players with really great bat speed look so good off a tee that probably don't have bat quickness. But they've cheated that system so much that it makes it look good. But you put that player in an environment where they have to adjust to a moving object, and it doesn't play out. So, it depends on the environment. Like if I'm recruiting somebody and I see crazy bat speed off of a tee, I don't really care. That's great. That tells me if they're strong.
What about front?
Right. I mean, I can cheat, and quite honestly, I can teach my players to cheat an exit velocity test any day of the week. It's not a difficult thing to do, okay? What is the hardest hit ball in Major League Baseball every year? You know what it isn't? A line drive. It's always a one-hop ground ball at a shortstop or a second baseman. It's totally squared up. You're hitting it 0 degrees off the bat. You're hitting the exact middle of the ball, and you're hitting the barrel, okay? So what does that do? So when I see somebody doing let's get an exit velocity in your test, oh my goodness, you just hit that 95 miles an hour, one hopper to the shortstop. That doesn't tell me anything. What is your exit velocity on a 15-degree launch angle? Okay, a ball over a shortstop's head. It's not going to be as much because you don't hit the entire ball as much. You're going to have a little bit of, you're going to hit just below the middle of the ball. So I don't know. That's my whole bat speed thing is I think it's really important for strength. It tells me if somebody is athletic. It tells me if they were strong, but it doesn't necessarily tell me if they're going to be a very good hitter or not.
Everything you just said, I think it goes to prove that while these numbers, exit velocity, launch angle, I won't throw a tackle in there because that's pretty much getting on plane with the pitch. Mm-hmm. But two numbers in particular, it shows you where the value is, but it also shows you that we still have a long way to go in putting these things into context. Because to me, if a guy has a high exit velocity, if I'm scouting a player, and he hits a one-hopper, a low-line drive right to the shortstop, that should tell you a little bit and sway you towards the positive of that player.
Yeah, they will. Like, whoa, that ball was 102 miles an hour. You
You
know,
mentioned,
that's great.
you mentioned Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
He smokes balls that might be a one hopper to a guy in shallow right.
That's right. Poor guy.
So anyway,
Yeah. No, we had, I think I mentioned old Zim. He was at Mizzou. He'll be back, senior years. He's going to be a 12th year senior next year. I hope you're listening to this, Pete. But anyway, he hit a ball at Vanderbilt last year. It was the hardest ball I've ever seen hit. And the cool part is we get TrackMan. So his TrackMan numbers are insane. He's a strong guy with a short swing, right? And he hit a ball that went over their monster there in left field, and I believe it was like 108 or 100. Was it 108 miles an hour, 109 miles an hour home run? Like if you go to Statcast, home runs usually aren't that high, or maybe it was 112. I don't know, but it's very hard to hit a ball high and hit a ball really hard. Usually the balls that are hit hard are much lower. So when you see a guy that can elevate a ball 20 degrees and hit it that hard, now all of a sudden that's something a little bit more special.